Hi, welcome to this video about open educational resources. What are open educational resources, or commonly referred to as OER? OER are teaching, learning, and research resources that reside in the public domain or have been released under an intellectual property license that permits their free use or repurposing by others. Open educational resources include full courses such as MIT OpenCourseWare, where MIT is actually putting some of their courses out there freely for people to take. Course materials, modules, textbooks, or texts such as Project Gutenberg or CK12 with their free textbooks. Audio, streaming videos, test software, and any other tools, materials, or techniques used to support access to knowledge. The Open Educational Resources movement is part of a global effort to make knowledge available to all. Some advantages of using open educational resources include the fact that it fosters pedagogical innovation and relevance, and to avoid teaching from the ever so rigid textbook. It broadens the use of alternatives to textbooks while maintaining instructional quality. OERs lower costs of course materials for students. So instead of having to buy very expensive textbooks, now this could be a teacher or school as well would not have to purchase the books, or students going to college, that would be reduced with these freely available open educational resources. And another advantage is that it shortens the time for teachers needed to create content. They can use an open educational resource that's already available instead of spending time on creating their own content, if they so chose to do so. Now, while these are considerable advantages, it's only right to point out some of the drawbacks or shortcomings. The quality of available OER materials is inconsistent. There are a smattering of great resources out there, and there are materials that aren't so great. Also, there's no common standard at this point for review of OER accuracy and quality. So that leads to point 3, that you need to check the accuracy of the content before using in your classroom. Now, teachers generally do preview content that they're going to be showing to students, so that's kind of neither here nor there, but you're probably more likely to be critical of OER because you know, or actually don't know, if it's been proofread by anybody. And lastly, because someone else is doing the teaching or creating the content, customization by the teacher or school may be necessary to match departmental or the curriculum requirements of the institution. So while you can start with the OER resource as a base, you may need to invest some time to make it more workable and usable in your environment. Oftentimes, teachers start using OER and realize they're actually more comfortable creating the content themselves once they learn how, because they want to ensure that it meets their personal or local standards. So for the rest of this unit, this entire part of the EdTech Challenge, we're going to discuss where to find OER, how to use OER with your students, how to create your own video-based content, and the various types of learning environments where open educational resources can be used effectively, such as blended learning environments.